Hello my darlings, welcome back. Thanks for joining me for today's video. We are at that most peculiar but wonderful time of year where summer is turning into autumn, and any change in seasons always presents a little bit of a teething problem, let's say, when it comes to deciding what to wear. I hope that my fashion videos on this channel are always providing you with useful tips and a little bit of inspo, but today I'm going to be breaking down some really precise styling tips on how to turn your summer clothes into outfits that are really appropriate for this time of year and make them more appropriate now that we are moving into autumn. I'm not sure where you are in the world, but here in London at least, and especially today, this week, we are still seeing beautiful blue skies, we're still seeing mild temperatures, but any day now those temperatures could plummet. However, I'm not quite ready to go out and buy my really big chunky knits and those woolen coats, not quite just yet. And when the weather's like this, I just want to get a little bit more use out of my favourite items that I have been wearing all summer. As much as I adore autumn and I love autumn fashion, I'm just not quite ready to pack away my summer clothes, and I want to continue wearing them into the next few weeks and months as we go into autumn. So today I'm going to be sharing with you the styling tips and maybe those additional little things that you might need to invest in order to get that extra use out of your summer clothes. If you are new here, darlings, then hello and welcome. I would love it if you subscribe, hit that little notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you would like to know information on any of these products, they'll all be linked down below in the description box, so you can just click show more if you'd like any more information. Everything will be detailed down there. And without further ado, let's get started on my styling tips for how to transition your wardrobe from summer to autumn. Okay darlings, so tip number one is somewhat of an obvious one, but also somewhat of a controversial one, and it is to add tights. I say controversial because I feel like tights are a little bit of a Marmite product, whereas I am very much in the love camp. Anything that helps improve my silhouette, that's flattering, that keeps me warm and comfortable gets a big green tick from me. So my first tip, especially when it comes to styling your beautiful midi skirts, maybe even your mini skirts, your mini dresses, your midi dresses, your dresses with beautiful slits in them, how to style those for autumn? It really is as simple as adding a pair of tights. My favourite, of course, is the classic, and one of the only black things I own in my wardrobe. It is a pair of black tights, and I have to say, not all tights are created equal. When I was in school, I had to wear black tights every single day throughout the autumn and winter months. We had like a seasonal change in our uniform, and you had to wear black tights. To begin with, I used to just get the cheapest black tights I could possibly get my hands on, but they never looked good. You know, they would bunch up in certain places, you wouldn't get a smooth finish. I would only have to pull them up and suddenly they'd get a ladder in them. So I very quickly realised the importance of buying good quality tights. Instead of going through 10 or even 20 pairs in a month, when I started investing in good tights, then I would have the same pair pretty much the entire season. So my darlings, of course I have a recommendation for you. The black tights of choice for me this season, and always, this pair from Heist. Now Heist is a website, so you can really easily order these online. As I mentioned, I'll leave them linked down below. They have a few different thicknesses. My favourites are the thickest ones, the 50 and the 80. This is a pair of the 50, so you can still see a little bit of your skin showing through, but it's not a total blackout colour. The colour is always really even, so you're not going to get any blotches of darker colour in certain areas, which is not a particularly flattering look. But what I have to say about this particular pair of tights is that they kind of have shapewear built into them, which is a hugely important factor in the autumn. And it's not only if you're looking to create a smoother silhouette for your body, but also for your clothing. You'll hear me talking in a few moments about layering, but one of the most important things for me is that I can tuck my layers in. And this pair of tights from Heist have the biggest waistband. It's perfectly elasticated to give you that perfect silhouette. So even if you're wearing the slinkiest, strappy satin dress, then this is still going to give you that perfect silhouette. If you're looking to pick up a pair of tights from Heist, I would recommend you use your jean size as your guide as to which size to get. Obviously they are going to feel a little bit tight when you put them on, but that's exactly what you want if you are going to create that perfectly streamlined silhouette. Something else to note that I love about these that I don't find with other pairs is that the waistband is actually seamless, so you really can be wearing the smoothest fabric and you're not going to have any seams, because it's almost like a big tube of material. I don't know how they do it, it's pure magic, but it really makes all the difference. And it also has very special technology in there which stops it from rolling down. I don't know about you, but I used to always find that the top of my tights would just roll around my waist and sit there like a little sausage around my waistband. Not a good look. So these don't roll down, which is another reason why I highly recommend investing. I say investing, these are under £30, but probably one of the best things you'll spend your money on as we go into the autumn months. If, like me, you love to wear lighter colours and pastels and florals, then just by adding a pair of black tights, it instantly gives your outfit a more autumnal look. So I'll show you a few of my favourite outfits on the screen now. I have naturally chosen slightly more autumnal style dresses, but whether it's a lovely little mini dress like this one paired with a pair of boots, or something a little bit longer, you instantly make your outfit more appropriate for that cooler temperature and those autumnal seasons when you add a pair of black tights. My next tip when it comes to styling up your more summery items for autumn is to add a scarf. A scarf is something that is totally not a summer piece. First of all, it's definitely something that is reserved for those cooler months, so instantly you're going to get a much more autumnal or even wintry vibe by adding a scarf to your outfit. If you have the budget for it, I would definitely recommend a slightly more luxurious scarf. Probably the Burberry one would be the ultimate classic and timeless, really fantastic investment for your wardrobe. But if you have a favourite summer coat, a lightweight trench coat perhaps, then instantly by adding a scarf, you're not only going to make your look more appropriate for autumn winter, but if you do invest in a designer version, it's instantly going to make your look a lot more luxurious. Gosh, that sentence had 3 looks in it. Your look a lot more luxurious just by adding a scarf, and it really is the simplest thing that instantly switches up your outfit. Sometimes it really is the smallest things that can make the biggest difference, and if you have been wearing some really beautiful summery accessories, then now could be a really good time to switch them out for something which is a little bit more appropriate for autumn. And I feel like this is especially relevant when it comes to sunglasses. So if you've chosen wisely, you've probably got a really classic pair of sunglasses that translates all year round. But if, like me, you've been wearing some really fun white and pink designs over summer, then now is the time to make a switch. I'd recommend in a really timeless classic pair of sunglasses, like a pair of aviator sunglasses. I've been wearing this pair. These are from Mulberry, and even though I'm wearing a white frilly floral pretty summery dress, I feel like by adding a slightly more autumnal pair of sunglasses, it instantly makes this outfit work a little bit more appropriately for the current season. When looking for the perfect pair of sunglasses, and yes, you do need sunglasses in autumn, especially if you are driving, I find that autumn and winter sunshine is actually even more intense sometimes because it's so much lower in the sky. I often find myself more blinded by the sun in autumn than I do in summer. I digress, but the perfect pair of sunglasses for me is one in a timeless design such as Aviator. Ray-Ban is a really good brand to go to, or something that's very flattering for your face shape. For me personally, it's a cat eye, and the way to find out the best shape for you is literally just to go into a store and try loads of different ones on, bring a friend with you if you want to, and just see which work well for your face shape. Personally, I don't really suit round sunglasses. I absolutely love them, but I don't suit them that much. But ones which have a little flick, I find are just so much more flattering for my face shape. So try a few on and see which ones make you feel the most fabulous. The next styling tip to take your summer outfits into more autumnally appropriate outfits is simply to add a layer. This trick is most appropriate if you're looking to make your outfits a little bit warmer as opposed to restyling your outfits, but by adding a layer, it really is just adding an extra layer of warmth. My little tip for you here is to make your layer work even harder. So you guys know how much of a fan I am of thermals. Of course, I love anything that keeps the heat in or keeps the heat out. They're perfect all season round. But while I was picking up my tights for the season from Heist, I also found a bodysuit. So this is called the outer body. They have, I think, 4 or 5 different colours. I decided to go for black because it's just so classic. But this is an ultimate way of not only adding a layer, but making that layer work for you to improve your silhouette. Just like the tights, it's totally seamless. And it's got something inside the design. It is seriously magical, called their hero panels. You can kind of feel them if you hold it. There's these like invisible panels in here. So it targets the stomach, the waist, and the bust to give you the most insane silhouette. Because it's seamless, it's pretty much invisible, so you can wear it underneath all of your favourite summer dresses and no one will be able to tell. So not only will you have a new and improved silhouette, but you're also adding an extra layer, which is going to make you feel a lot more comfortable and a lot more warm as we move to those cooler temperature months. If you've got a favourite dress or a favourite skirt or even a favourite pair of trousers that you've been wearing all summer long, chances are by adding a neutral coloured knit, this is going to be a really easy way of making that outfit a lot more autumn appropriate. Let's take a satin midi skirt for example. These have been all over the high street and all over everyone's Instagram feed during the warmer months, but just by adding a chunky knit and perhaps your outer body, you're going to be adding a layer of warmth which is going to extend the lifespan of your skirt and ensure you can wear it throughout the colder months as well. I like to ensure my chunky knits are really nice and high around the neckline. This is my current favourite from Reese. It's got this beautiful pink colour down at the bottom. Design wise, it's just a really simple chunky knit, and I think if you are going to pair with something that's perhaps a bit more patterned, then you might want to go for a slightly more plain knit like this one. White, cream or brown are usually go-to shades, but if you do have a lot of pink in your wardrobe like me, then don't be afraid to add a little bit of an additional colour into your knitwear as well. Again, I feel like it sounds like a super obvious tip, but it really is surprising at just how much your outfit can be transformed and how much more wear you can get out of your little summer dresses just by adding a knit. Take for example one of my favourite dresses from summer. This is a really simple white linen-y dress from H&M. Not typically something you think would be appropriate for autumn, but I just find the length of it so flattering. I love the silhouette of this, but maybe it's the top half which is just a little bit kind of frilly and ornate for the autumn months when you want to be wearing something a little bit cozier. So just by adding a chunky knit, keeping within the same colour palette so your garments still work together, and that is why you should invest in neutrals, because then everything will go together, but that instantly makes my favourite summer dress even more appropriate for the cooler months. A midi dress is maybe an easy option, but even some of your shorter dresses, like this little favourite from Zimmermann, I am not ready to pack this away for the colder months. I want to get more wear out of it. So once again, adding a chunky knit. It might be a little bit short on the skirt, but you know, you can always wear your tights with it. But as I said, if the temperatures are still mild, but you just want to make your outfit look a bit more autumnal, then a chunky knit really is your best friend. I feel like I just have so many examples, but this knit is really versatile, a very good autumn investment. But one of my favourite skirts from spring as well, this lovely light pink one, again from Reese. I was wearing it with silk little camisoles earlier in the season, but now again paired with a chunky knit, it is going to be just absolutely perfect for autumn. So I would recommend spending a little bit of time just in your wardrobe, trying on your favourite summer skirts and dresses, looking for a beautiful neutral coloured knit that will hopefully go with all of your skirts and dresses, and you'll be surprised with how many outfits and garments you can make appropriate for autumn just by adding a chunky knit. At this transitional time of year, one of your best friends is probably going to be a slim fitting roll neck, such as this one which I shared with you last week in my 17 classic items video. Well, this is a perfect item to once again transition your wardrobe from summer to autumn, because just like the previous tip, it's going to work so well with a lot of your dresses and a lot of your skirts. Any of your satin midi skirts which previously you were pairing with silk camisoles, now you can pair with a slim fitting roll neck like this one, and instantly the outfit is transformed into something a bit more autumnal. Once again, I do have a shapewear recommendation to add with this if you are concerned about having any bunching up around your waistline. Personally, I like to tuck in my roll necks. I think that is a lot more stylish and a lot more flattering, but as I'm moving around and walking and sitting up and standing down throughout the day, sometimes I find my layers can budge around a little bit. You might be able to see some seams, you might be able to see lots of layers of fabric. So that is where these bad boys come into the equation. Again, from Heist, these are called the high waist, and they really do cinch you in around the waist, around the stomach. They can provide up to 5 centimeters difference, which is absolutely insane. But again, I love that they're seamless. I love that they've got this little sticky section at the top, which means nothing is going to move. They're not going to slide up and down. They really do cling to the material of your top or your body, depending on what they are holding in. So whether you're running for the bus or just standing up in a restaurant, you don't need to be constantly adjusting yourself and pulling down all the different layers, worrying about how your figure looks, because these have absolutely got you covered. I think these come in 3 different colours. You don't need to worry about them matching your skin tone too perfectly, because these are going to be hidden underneath all of your different layers. My next tip also involves the trusty roll neck, and it is to try it underneath your favourite dresses. There is a running theme here, and it's all about just adding new layers and new items to your favourite summer garments. It's not hugely my style, but if you have got a satin slip dress which you absolutely loved wearing in summer, just pop something like this on underneath. Look for something which is this beautiful kind of biscuity colour. I think this one is so versatile. Personally, I think the closer it is to your skin colour or a more natural colour is going to be a lot more flattering, but even black or white can look seriously lovely underneath your favourite summer dress. If you're not going for something which is your skin tone, then try to go for something which does pick out a colour that features in the dress, So for example, if your dress has white bits in it, then maybe opt for a white roll neck. And not even dresses, but blouses as well. You might surprise yourself with a simple try-on session just how many of your outfits can be made more autumn appropriate by adding a roll neck underneath. My next tip is one which is very popular in the royal family here in England, and it is to add nude tights to your outfit. Nude tights are something that I kind of used to turn my nose up, but once again, when I was shopping on Heist, I found a pair that I thought, yeah, I can definitely make these work for my wardrobe. They came in this beautiful box. This is how your Heist things are going to be presented. I just absolutely love their branding and love the colour. The tights are in this package here, and these are the nude 040 with the high waistband. So what I used to typically not love about nude tights is when you get that kind of glossy finish. It reminded me of ballerinas. Not that there's anything wrong with ballerinas, I absolutely love them. But I don't want the whole world to know when I'm wearing nude tights. I want them to make my legs look airbrushed. I want them to work for my silhouette, but I don't want everyone to know that I'm wearing them. It's just kind of my little fashion secret. I don't even need to tell you guys the benefits of wearing nude tights. Obviously they're going to keep you warm, an additional layer for comfort, but once again, like the black ones that I showed you at the beginning, these have got the waistband that holds everything in, totally seamless, great for keeping all your layers in one place, and perfect for your silhouette as well. If one of your favourite dresses from summer has got a slit up the side, and it might be a little bit chilly if the wind catches your bare skin, just adding a pair of nude tights isn't going to alter the look of your outfit even one tiny little bit, but it is going to keep you warm and just shield your modesty a little bit more if an autumnal breeze does decide to swoop your dress up, for example. One thing I would say, if you are going to wear nude tights, you have to make sure you're wearing closed-toe shoes, but you can wear them with mules, you can wear them with your over-knee boots or your knee-high boots, like my favourite brown pair. Because they're pretty much invisible, it makes them so versatile. One of my favourite shoes, or pairs of shoes throughout the summer, were my little Chloe mules, but as you may have spotted on my Instagram recently, I have been switching out the mules in certain go-to outfits for a pair of knee-high boots to instantly make those outfits look a lot more appropriate for autumn. So my next tip is to ditch the mules, sadly put them in the loft for storage until next summer, ditch the open-toe shoes and swap them for closed-toe shoes, and especially boots if you want to make your outfit more appropriate for the cooler seasons. You guys have seen me talking about this particular pair of boots in so many recent videos, and I feel like I'm wearing them in practically every single Instagram outfit, but that's because they are such an instant way of making my outfit look so on trend, so stylish and so glamorous, and perfect for the autumn season. So a simple shoe swap could be all your outfit needs in order to make it more appropriate for the new season. So I am yet to find the perfect one for me, but I'm going to New York next week and I'm definitely going to be having a look there. But another way of making your outfit more appropriate for autumn is by adding a hat. We lose a lot of our body temperature through our heads, and during the summer especially, I'm a fan of using a hat to reflect the heat, but in the winter I need a hat to keep the heat in. Personally, I absolutely love the look of felt hats like felt fedoras, and I am on the lookout for a perfect one this autumn. But even again, if you imagine my white dresses, this with an autumnal toned, maybe a brown or a berry shade fedora hat, will instantly make something like this a lot more appropriate for autumn. And my last tip really is the simplest, and it's all about swapping out your accessories. Whereas I might have styled this lovely white dress in the summer with my favourite Prada basket bag in this beautiful summery pink shade, now that we're moving into autumn, simply by switching for a darker handbag like a brown one, such as my Mulberry Hampstead from last year, it instantly makes the whole outfit a completely different tone, a completely different vibe, mixed with my dark sunglasses. Just by changing the accessories, you've instantly made the outfit a lot more appropriate for autumn. You can also use your accessories to give a nod to the autumn trends. If you're not familiar with the trends for autumn-winter 2019, I'll leave my 10 trends video linked up on the screen here and down below. But just by adding an autumnal trend accessory to your outfit is an instant way of making it work for the new season. So darlings, those are my styling tips for making your summer outfits work for autumn. I really hope you found them interesting and useful. Do you have any of your own to add? I'm sure there are so many more things you can do. Please let me know in the comment section down below. Share your tips with everybody else reading the comments too. I think it's so interesting, and I'd love to know what kind of things you do where you live. Are the temperatures already getting really cold, or are they going to be staying mild for a while? How are you switching up your wardrobe now that we're entering into a new season? So darlings, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.